맛있겠다.
진짜 불어. Hi friends, it is that time of the year. This, you're probably familiar with it, is going to be my full collection update slash tour. I usually do these end slash beginning of the year, and then I do it around summertime. So a lot has happened with my binders. The amount of binders I have has increased by quite a lot, to be honest. And yeah, this is not all of my binders. I will have some clips that are filmed at home, so you'll notice the setting change. I already decided a order for which binders I'm going to go through. Do I remember that order off the top of my head? No. I think I'm doing my ults last, so that's ateez and gravity, and then twice last. So I think it's going to be general collections, then my miscellaneous binder of groups I don't really collect but I have cards for, and then the ults. One thing I will say is that I'm not going to go through my larger inclusions binder because I have a lot of stuff still to add to that, but I don't have the pages for it, so I don't want to show it to you until it's like actually updated. So I won't be showing you that. It'll only be PHOTOCARD sized things. Yeah, I hope you stick with me. It's going to be a pretty long one and I hope you enjoy it. So first we'll get into the general collection, so some smaller collections. So yeah, we'll get into that. So first we are starting with this general collections binder. In here we have itzy, enhypen, victon and NCT, I'm pretty sure. So there's not too much in here. It's a couple of like smaller collections, I guess you'd say. I have fallen behind on a lot of these collections recently, but we're gonna catch up. It's gonna be fine. I did a little work on itzy pretty recently. So first of all, I have Chaeyoung from itzy. I love her so much. Wow. I am almost complete with her earlier cards. I'm missing like 4, I think, but then I am just starting to do work on Crazy in Love, so there are quite a few gaps in this collection, but I really do like collecting itzy and I love collecting Chaeyoung. I think she's so talented and so wonderful. I can't wait to see what the girls do next. So here we have itzy. itzy was their first physical release. Dalla Dalla didn't have a physical version apart from like broadcasts, so they included this little Polaroid for Dalla Dalla era, and then all of these are for itzy era. Then unfortunately I don't have anything for Wannabe, but I will work on this very soon. But I have Not Shy complete, as well as Guess Who era, including the limited version card. And then this is my section for Crazy in Love. I'm planning to have the album cards, top and bottom row, the 2 limited selfies, and then the US like Polaroid. I think Chaeyoung's is purple. I want to put that in the center, so I think it'll be a really pretty 9 pocket. I just need to fill it up, but I do have 4 of her 6 album cards on the way. Next we move into enhypen, who I did get into this year. I think it was maybe a few weeks before Drunk Dazed came out. I have a few engine friends and I mean they finally broke me. So I collect Heesing. I am pretty behind on this collection, especially with them having another comeback this January. Oh my god. But I currently don't have any album complete for Heesing. I just have like a good chunk of cards, and I have this Japanese card here because I got a member version of Border, was it Hakanai? I think it was. I really liked her Japanese debut, so I picked up a copy, and this Heesing card's really beautiful. I'm just missing a few for Carnival. Carnival's my most complete era, and I think it might be my favorite era. Sorry, give and take in stance. But yeah, we're moving. I did make a start on their first full album, and I'm looking to get these really soon, and then I can work on the essentials. But like I said, they have a comeback coming, so I will set up for that very soon. And I have his Weverse pre-order right here, and I think I might have his selfie on the way as well, the round 2 for Weverse. Next I have NCT, and my collecting relationship, I guess, with NCT is kind of different. I collect Jaemin. Obviously Jaemin wasn't active with like PHOTOCARDs to collect with Dream until NCT 2018 and We Go Up eras, so I have NCT cards from there onwards. I pretty much only collect Jaemin for his NCT Dream stuff. I don't really collect the NCT full group things. I did do it for Empathy, but I didn't do it for 2020, and I don't think I'm going to do it for 2021 either. The prices are just kind of crazy. The only thing I'm currently missing from my entire collection is this one circle card, and I've just been too lazy for like an entire year to buy it, but I am pretty much up to date with him apart from that circle card for what I want to collect anyway. This is my little page for NCT 2020. I have some of my favorite members of NCT as a whole here. So I've got a Jaemin card, I have Jeno, Yuta, who is my bias in 127, and I have Sungchan because I really liked him in the 2020 promotions. I still actually haven't listened to the Universe album. I think it came out like 3 days ago. I'm really behind on listening to music. But this is Dream's latest activities. So I have the Hot Sauce cards, the Hello Future cards, and then these are the like concept-y cards that came with each album. So this is the Dream Cafe card from Hot Sauce, and this is the Dream Agent card from Hello Future. I don't collect Kinos or anything. The only person I've collected Kino cards for so far is Cravity Serum, so I don't collect Kino cards for NCT. And then last of all in here we have Victon. My bias is Sejun. Victon haven't really been that active this year, and a lot of their cards from the newest album were kind of overpriced for a long time, so I feel like a broken record. I am behind on a lot of my collections. I am missing a few cards for Sejun before their latest release, but I really do enjoy collecting them. I've truly been neglecting this collection for a lot of this year, but I really do want to complete his older cards in particular. So we have Debut, Voice to New World, the Ready album, Identity, and then this is from Victon. I don't want to collect the baby card for this, so I'm just looking for his other one, but this is like the hardest era to collect for Victon. These cards are just few and far in between. Then I have Time of Sorrow, and I do have a broadcast card here. This is the only broadcast card that I own, and it's from Nostalgia era, which is one of my favorites for Victon. The only thing that would have made it perfect is if it was OT7, but I guess we move. So then we move into Howling era, so continuous, and I'm just missing 2 cards for that, and I do have his MMT. And then here is Mayday, so I have the album cards and then his MMT, and I have this Byung-chan card because he was really cute and it's from their online concert, so I just put that in there because it's like the same era. Then this is my page for the latest era that they had. It came out January of 2021, so I currently have 3 of his 10 regular photo cards, but I have both of his QR voice cards. I have some other members here as well, so I'm missing quite a few, but I really love this one that shows off his dimples. I think it's adorable. We're gonna work on it. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna complete it. Then I have a few little benefits here, some top 3, and then I believe this is a My Music Taste card. These are Makestar, I think. Makestar 2, maybe? Then right at the back here, I have this little page for Sungwoo, Han Sungwoo. I really loved his debut solo album, so I have this little page dedicated to it. I think this is the MMT pre-order. These are the pre-order set photo cards that came in every album. These are all from the Han version. and then this is the sung version and this is the wool version, I'm pretty sure. So that is the end of my first binder. We will go into the next one. Hey friends, it's Lottie, like a few days in the future. This is going to be a pretty short clip. This is for my miscellaneous binder. I keep groups in here that I don't really collect, but I have stuff for. And also I have my twice pre-orders in here. So I have a few pages of those at the back. I'll take you through this and then we can get back to like my old, so ateez, cravity, twice. So first we start off with Ace. Ace is a very beloved group of mine. It was the first fanship that I ever bought, so these are the photo cards from that. I love the concept and I love how the backs are hollow. Can we talk about this? Like, oh my god. Kings. And I also have pre-order here. This ID was from the Butterfly Fantasy album. So I have all of their albums from Undercover up to Higher. These are my pulls, and I think I traded for this one, but all the rest of them are pulls. My bias is Dongan. I miss him so much. He's one of my favorite voices in K-pop. I miss saying so much as well. I've seen the other 3 members of Ace doing stuff recently and it makes my heart really warm to see them all thriving. Especially with Johnny's boy love drama. Oh my god, I'm gonna watch that. Yes, Johnny King. Then we moved into a load of Monster X cards, and there are some gaps in this. There didn't used to be gaps, but I'm sending some of these to my friend Brianna, so that's why there's a few gaps. But my bias line in Monster X is Changhyun and Minhyuk, so in the past I've considered collecting both of them, and at times I've thought about just collecting Changhyun, or I've thought about collecting Minhyuk, but it's just like never happened. But I do have a few special cards, like Changhyun's Monster X Kingdom card and one of Minhyuk's Monbebe fanship cards. I also have my concert photo card sets. Monster X do like photo card sets for World Tour, so I have both sets from their previous World Tour, the We Are Here tour. Still one of the last concerts I went to. I'm so happy that I got to see Monster X OT7, and I love them so much. They have such a special place in my heart. And I also have some bigger inclusions, so like the We Are Here Polaroids. Of course I have Minhyuk and Changhyun, and I got all 3 of the We Are Here Polaroids for the groups, and I did also get theirs for Fantasia. Then we have like a really random Eve page. Eve is my bias in Luna. I've spoke about this a few times. I considered collecting her like this time last year, but just never really happened. I do have a couple Luna albums, but it just never happened. I just have this page of Season's Greetings cards. This is from the 2020 Season's Greetings, I believe. Then I have a page of NCT. I do collect a member of NCT, but these are members that I've pulled and then I don't collect, and just like some spare stuff. I did sell off quite a few of my NCT extra cards because I don't collect like 127, but I have a lot of 127 albums. I also got Taeyong's Super M album when they debuted, so I actually pulled him, which was quite lucky. So that's my little NCT section. Then we have Only One Of. If you've been around here a while, you know my love of Only One Of. They were one of my alt groups. I've kind of distanced myself slightly from them. It's been kind of hard because my bias was Love or Jisung, and he just got like kicked out, and we still don't know why. We don't know anything about it. It's still a mystery. 8D have been keeping us in the dark about it, so it's really sad for me to like consume a lot of Only One Of content now, but I still love them very dearly. I will be supporting them still, but just not as openly as I did. Have a few different cards here. Most of them are pulls, and I do have an Only One Of signed album. If you watched my album shelf tour from a few months back, I do also have some ateez group cards here that I didn't put in my binder for my setup, and this is a film photo of Jisung from one of their early albums. It might be their debut. Then finally at the very back I just have a load of pre-order sets for twice, so More and More, Eyes Wide Open, and then Taste of Love is in here as well. But yeah, that's it for this little miscellaneous binder. We will get back to the rest of the video now. Sorry for this brief intermission to show you my not yassified miscellaneous binder. I should really sort that out soon. But yeah, that was it for this. Now back to my olds. Bye. Hi, you're back to me in my uni house, because we're going to be going through my alts now. So this is my male alts binder. We'll go through twice last because they have 2 binders dedicated to them, but this is for my male alts, like I said, and in here I store ateez and I store cravity. I currently collect 2 members of ateez. I collect Yuno, who is my alt of alts, and I also collect Wooyoung, who I added on around like April, May this year, and I've almost caught up with all of his album cards, so really happy about that. I currently don't have anything in for the current era Fever epilogue, and that is because I'm getting my albums for Christmas. I'm pre-filming this because I'm going home for Christmas. And for Cravity, I collect 3 members for album cards. I collect Serim, who is my bias, I collect Jungmo, and I collect Taeyong. So top 3 collection. I really like how top 3 collections are set up. And I also collect Serim for most non-album things that I can get, because they're very accessible to collect for non-album, even though they have quite a lot. And then I also collect some select top 3 sets, so there's a few of those in there as well. So we'll get into it. I feel like ateez is one of my most impressive collections. It's quite large. In the future, this particular binder is going to become just my ateez binder, and then Cravity will be moved into a different one, just because ateez grows quite quickly. When I added on a second member this year, I did have to experiment a little bit with how I set up my pages. So here we have debut era from Pirate King and Treasure, and we have their first comeback, which was Say My Name and Hala Hala. And I included the group cards just to fill up more space. I didn't want only 4 cards on a page, so I decided to put the group cards in. And then here is episode 3 era, so I am missing Wooyoung's cards here. These are 2 of the last 3 album cards I am missing for him. I collect Wooyoung just for album cards and for pre-order MMTs, though I do have like a couple of extra benefits for like the last 2 eras on the side as well that I just collected for fun. But I collect Yuno for all album cards, pretty much like almost all fan sign cards, and I try for non-album, but ateez release so much that I just kind of get as much as I can get. Essentially, I try to be a bit more picky because ateez do so many fan signs. I decided to be a little bit more picky in part 3 era, but currently epilogue era is going pretty well. I just don't have anything like on hand yet because it only came out a week ago. So this is episode 3. Like I said, we have Wave and Illusion, then here I would have Wooyoung's Wave and Illusion, and then I have the MMTs for those versions as well. Then I brought the group cards back for fillers in episode Fin era. So I have the A version and the Z version here. Moving on to Answer era, we have A and Z Yuno, A and Z Wooyoung, and then the A and Z MMTs for Yuno. Then we move into the Fever series, which is where I started collecting my music taste cards for Wooyoung. I didn't collect MMTs for him prior to this, just because they're pretty expensive. So here we have Yuno's Fever sets for Thanks and Inception, and then we have Wooyoung sets for Thanks and Inception. I did complete this like last week, I think. I'm really happy about it. This has been empty for quite a long time, and in the center here I have Yuno's Apple Music pre-order for Fever Part 1. Then here I have my OT8 set of K-Town For You pre-order benefits. At this point, ateez didn't really have that many fan sign benefits. I think other than those two, I think there's 7 fan sign cards, and then there's a Tokopedia pre-order, but that's like about it, which is nothing compared to current ateez. So I decided to use Yuno's diary card as a filler for the center, and then I have a full OT8 set of K-Town For You pre-orders, and I think this page is so beautiful. I love this sand card so much. It's so gorgeous. Then we move into the areas where there were 9 cards per member for album. So we have Yuno's Fever Part 2 page, A version, diary version, and then the Z version. Then we have the same for Wooyoung, A, diary, and Z. Then we have Fever Part 3, so A version, diary version, and Z version. I put the limited cards at the bottom, and then the top 2 rows are album cards. It's the same for Fever Part 2. And of course I have the same for Wooyoung, so A version, diary version, and then the Z version. As I said previously, I currently don't have anything for the epilogue albums, but it's the same setup as the previous 2. Then here is where it gets a little tricky. So there was a problem with the episode Fin version MMT cards, and there's just not that many of Yuno's A version. So for episode Fin, I only have his Z version MMT, and I don't think I will get his A version MMT like ever. So I just kind of pretend it doesn't exist. But I have his anniversary edition cards here, both the adult and baby versions. Then these are Fever Part 1 MMTs. This was when they did version specific My Music Taste cards. So we have the Inception version, the Thanks version, and the diary version. I do have this Wooyoung on the way. I'm fully caught up on Wooyoung MMT cards. I'm just waiting on them to arrive. And here we have the 7 weeks of fan signs. At this point in Fever Part 1 era, they had weekly fan sign cards, so it wasn't a different card for every single fan sign announced. So I have them ordered weeks 1 through 7. I think this one is my favorite, closely followed by this last one. So yeah, I didn't collect these as they came out. I think I had maybe 1 or 2 of them, and then I went back for them during Fever Part 2 era. But I'm really happy to have them complete now. I think they fit really nicely on a page together. Then we move into Fever Part 2 benefits, and first of all we start with the version specific My Music Taste cards. I do have these Wooyoungs on the way, but these are the A version MMTs, the diary version MMTs, and then the Z version MMTs. And then we get into all the specific benefits. I will try and tell you where they're from, but I might be a little rusty on my knowledge. You'll see soon. There's quite a lot of pages of benefits, so if I don't remember them all, I apologize. So this is K-Town For You, this is Yes24, and this is Sinara. And then I have a special page for units and holo cards, as they were firsts for ateez, and turns out there were 7 of them. I like a good 7 pattern. So I have these 2 units from Joe and Music, one with Jungho, one with Songhwa, and then I have this Hohong unit from MK Media. Then these 3 are all Make Star cards, and this is Y Global pre-order. Moving on to this page, oh, this is gonna be difficult. We have Apple Music. This is OTK. This one is a Make Star card, yes, I'm unsure. This is the last round of Make Star that was for this era, but I really wanted some Oreo hair Wooyoung benefits, so I decided to get these 2 as my friend was selling them. Then we have Music Art and Mocket Shop, and then this is a Make Star card. Then this is the last page of Part 2 benefits. So we have the Sub K pre-order Polaroids. I have his photo cards later in the collection. These two are my music taste. This is Beat Road. This is Music Plan. This is Yes 24. This is the regular card for Make Star as well. And I think this one was Music R again. It's so cute because he has the plushie, so I thought that I would put it in the center because it is so adorable. Oh my god. Some of my favorite cards are on this page. I especially love these four. I just love this page so much. So that's the end of my part 2 benefits. Now we move into the last era. I am still waiting on quite a few benefits for this still because they had to come back for epilogue so quickly and all of the postage gets slowed down around Christmas, but I'm more familiar with these than I am with part 2 now, so I can definitely tell you what all of these shops are. So, okay, let's go. Part 3 benefits. So we have my music taste pre-order. Like I said, I do collect the Wooyoung. Then I have Make Star version 1. I did a group order for these, so I do have both of the members I collect. Then this is Make Star version 2. This is Apple Music. K-Town for You. This is Soundwave round 1 lucky draw for Eternal Sunshine. And then I think this is Everline version 2. Then I have K-Pop Store round 2. This is Dear My Muse. This is the Music R lucky draw. These are Everline pre-order. This is MMT round 2. Then we have Y Global pre-order, Sonara pre-order, and Tower Records. Then for this third page, I have K-Town For You version 2, Who's Fan Cafe card, Wonderwall version 2, and Everline version 3. So that is it for my fan sign and pre-order benefits. You can really tell they've ramped it up over the last few eras, but I will have more part 3 benefits to add on this page and in future pages, as well as epilogue benefits, as there are, I think, maybe like 11 or 12 of those currently. Then we move into a little bit more non-album, and you will see Yeosang here. So I have the Star 1117 perfume card for Yuno. Then this is from Fever Part 1 era. They had name tag merchandise, so here I have Yuno and Yeosang's. I decided to get Yeosang because at that point I didn't collect the Wooyoung, but I just thought this Yeosang card was the cutest thing I'd ever seen, so I bought Yeosang's as well. Then I have Yuno's Lightstick case card, his DVD photo card, his 2nd anniversary concert cards. I then have Wooyoung's 2021 Seasons Greetings photo card, and then I have Yuno's Summer Merchandise photo card binder card. Then on the back here, he won't be there for very long, I have Yuno's Season Songs pre-order, the collaboration with Kim Jungkook. I have his first round pre-order here, and I think I have his second one on the way as well. Then this page is mostly empty, but it is going to be used for birthday merchandise cards. I only decided to collect one for Yeosang, one for Wooyoung, and then both of Yuno's. So at the moment, because it hasn't been Yuno's birthday yet, I only have Yeosang's, and then Wooyoung's has been ordered, but it doesn't come out until late January. So I think I'll probably get it early February-ish. And then Yuno's birthday is in March, so I'll probably have that by April and May. Or non-album, we have the ateez second kit Polaroid cards. I have the first round of Wonderwall fan signs. This was between part 2 and part 3 era, and I have the second round on the way. It's going to go in this spot here. And these are the Fever Part 2 sub-K cards. I did order the part 3 ones, but apparently they ship from late December, or they're scheduled to anyway, so I'll have to find a place for those. 2021 was the year in which half of ateez debuted as actors, so I did buy the OST for Imitation, and I have the photo cards for all of the teasers. So I have Yuno's card, Songhwa's card, San's and Jongho's cards. The first 3 all being in Sparkling and Jongho being in Shags. So I decided to put them in age order in this little 4 pattern. I think it looks cute. Then this was a new type of merch that released later this year. ateez did their first kind of like a memories sort of photo book package. So this was the treasure hidden map photo book, so they did photo cards for each of the treasure eras, but they did 2 for episode Finn, rightfully so. So I have all of Yuno's photo book cards, and I think they're adorable. The metallicness of them was an interesting choice. They are very thin photo cards, you have to be pretty careful with them, but I think as a set they look quite fun, and I like the backs too, especially this one. So they were my photo book cards. Finally, for ateez, I feel like I've been talking about them for so long, I have my Japanese cards. So I only started collecting Japanese stuff this year, so I only have cards from their releases this year, but I have the Into the A to Z photo cards, the 2 selfies, and then the regular version, and then for Dreamers single I have the 2 regular versions and the A teeny version card, and I think this card is one of the best cards to exist. I think it's so beautiful. So yeah, that is my entire ateez collection as it stands. Oh, this is from the 18E second kit. I didn't know where to put this ID, so he lives here. But yeah, that's my whole ateez collection. Am I mentally ill? Yes. So now, after this little divider, which is from the lovely first friendship, we move into my Cravity collection. Like I said earlier, I collect top 3, Serim, Jongmo, and Taeyang. I collect Serim for non-album, and I have some non-album top 3 sets as well, but we'll go through that when we get into it. This is from their latest summer package. So for album cards, I'm complete with Serim. I'm missing just 1 Taeyang card, and then I'm missing 4 Jongmos, I think. So I don't have any Jongmos for this era, but I have some for all the rest. So this was their debut. This is Hideout Season 1. Then we have Hideout Season 2. I'm just missing 1 card for this. And then Hideout Season 3. I completed. It's my only complete Cravity album so far. My journey with my Cravity collection has been interesting because I collected Serim at first, then I added on Jongmo, then I struggled with Jongmo, dropped him like a year ago, like this time a year ago. I dropped Jongmo, but then I never sold any of his cards, and then decided to pick up a 3rd member, so I brought him back. I'm weak. I'm very weak. I do genuinely really like collecting Cravity. They're really easy to collect. They do have a lot of stuff for a group that's only like a year and a half old, but I really love them, and I think they have really fun concepts, especially for their non-album stuff. The way Starship goes so hard on their non-album concepts, but then recently the last like few releases for concepts have been pretty much the same for their albums. It's been so sad. Good morning, everyone. The way I had a whole palaver when I was trying to film this video yesterday. Like, I filmed most of my binders, all I had left was twice, and then my phone stopped filming, and it was like 40 minutes of footage, and I was like, oh my god, I'm barely gonna have time to finish filming that today, because I wanted to film everything yesterday, so then today I didn't have to worry about anything. But haha. Anyway, I thought I wasn't filming because the footage wasn't on my phone. The footage appeared on my phone later, so I know it cut out around this page, so I'm going to carry on from here. It's not too much. I just have Cravity, last page of album, then the non-album stuff, and then it's just twice, which is usually pretty easy. I did wake up half an hour ago, but I filmed a whole clip to like warm up my voice, so it's not too bad. This is my page for Cravity's most recent comeback, which was in August, and it was for their first full album. I have everyone's album cards apart from this last youth version Taeyang, so I really should get that just so I've completed the set. But as well as selfies for this album, they did units, and luckily enough I actually have a 5 pattern of units. I'm collecting like 9 select units from Serim, Jongmo, and Taeyang, so that's how that page is gonna look. Then we move into non-album cravity. So let's see if I can remember where everything is from. So this is Cloud9 Promotions. This is the League of the Universe photo book, followed by a whole row dedicated to their Black Rouge makeup collaboration, so versions 1, 2 and 3. Then this row is dedicated to Hideout Season 2 benefits, so we have My Music Taste cards, round 1 and 2, and then Tower Records. Then we move into 2021 summer package. This is the Starship Square benefit, these are the cards, and this is the trading card. This ID is also from League of the Universe, but I didn't want to put it here and disrupt the whole like Hideout Season 2 Black Rouge thing. So finally in this section, the lovely second fan kit, which was like post office themed. So we have a ID card and the photo card, and this is where the C Delivery fan meeting merch is gonna go. Then we have Hideout Season 3 fan sign benefits. This was where they started to like do more fan sign benefits and like ramp them up quite exponentially. So we have K-Town for You, My Music Taste for the follow-up promotions. This is a lucky draw. These are Starship Square. This is the merch that came out that era. It was like a set of stickers, so I have serums. These are Tower Records, and this is my favorite of the era, and it's a Make Star holo card. It was Serum's first ever holo card. I love it so much. Then we move into the most recent era of pre-order benefits. So we have the Starship Square heart cards, the first round of Everline. This is Soundwave, this is Soundwave, this is Serum's Kino card, and remains the only Kino card I have. I got my first ever Kino this year. What an achievement. This is With Drama and is one of my favorite benefits from this era. This is from the Tin Case PHOTOCARD set, which was the merchandise for this era. Then this last guy is Apple Music. Then I only have a few benefits for this page, but I'm still working on catching up on these benefits. So this is My Music Taste round 2. This is Everline round 2. This is Make Star. Then we have a Tower Records card, and this is also a Soundwave card. They did like 6 rounds for Soundwave. So when in doubt, it's probably Soundwave if you're confused about a Cravity card. Now we move into select like top 3 sets. I haven't done one of these in quite a while. Maybe once I catch up on Serum, I might see about getting Jungmo and Taeyong for some sets. But here we have the 2020 summer package, followed by the Hideout Season 2 K-Town for You pre-order benefits. And then down here is the Lovity First fanship cards, and I thought these were so beautiful. I love like the little sparkles around their eyes. Yes, this set was so beautiful, and the backs are always gorgeous too. Like, look how fun these are. Cravity PHOTOCARD packs never fail. Then here we have the first fan meeting, which was called C Express. So that was the 2020 fan meeting. Then these are the IDs that came in Hideout Season 3. And this is from the first round of My Music Taste for Hideout Season 3. Finally, I have a little section here for their Season's Greetings from last year. It was their first Season's Greetings because they debuted in 2020. So we have their photo cards, their IDs, then they did K-Town for You pre-order benefits that were units, and each of my top 3 were in a different unit card, so it worked out perfectly that they would go here. And each Season's Greetings came with a random set of Polaroids, but there were 2 versions, so I got the selfie set for all of my top 3, and then I got Serum's non-selfie version as well, just because he is the member I actively collect for non-album. So that is it for my male alts binder. Finally making a move. The seagulls are so loud this morning. Why? I don't even know if it's 10 AM yet. Can you like pipe down, please? We will now go into the last section, which is Twice, which I don't think should be very hard. I think a lot of people that watch my channel are onces, so twice is usually the most exciting part of a lot of my videos, or like the most watched part of a lot of my videos, so I always like to leave them until last. Okay, next binder. Oh my god, we are almost at the finish. We are almost done. Oh my goodness. So this is my first of 2 twice binders. I split it into 2 for the sake of my cards, like in the last month or so. Just makes things a bit easier. I collect top 3 for twice, so I collect Jihyo, who I have complete up until the most recent comeback. Then I also collect Sana, who I think I'm missing like 10 cards for. And then I collect Jonghyun. She's the most recent member that I started collecting. So if you see anywhere that has a white sleeve in, that means I need the card. And if you see just a space, that means it's on the way. So first off, we start with The Story Begins, followed by page 2, which is a little bit more complete than Story Begins, but I really do need to work on some of these earlier eras. Then I have Twice Coaster Lane 1 complete, and I think it's beautiful. I really love these hollows so much. And I just need a Jonghyun set for Lane 2. I don't collect the Christmas edition because it was like limited. I just collect the like regular album cards, if you get what I mean. I have Signal complete for my top 3, but what I decided to do, because Signal has 4 cards, is I decided to collect OT9 for the hollows, so I just need 3 more. I sorted out a trade for Chaeyoung quite recently. Then I have Twicegram complete. This was the first Twice album that I ever completed, like collecting. And I love that so much because I adore Likey. Then we move into Merry and Happy, and this is where we get to the point where members had like 10 cards per album. So there's going to be 3 pages of top 3 and then either 1 or 2 OT9 sets from here on out. So this is What Is Love, which is, in my opinion, the hardest of the like 10 card albums to collect. I have some pages almost done, but yeah, I still need like 5 cards for Sana and Jonghyun. Then this is my first OT9, and this is my second one. This one is obviously going better than the first one. Then we move into Summer Nights, which I think was an iconic era for Jihyo. I love all of these cards so much. They're so beautiful. Quite a lot of these albums I have either complete for top 3 or I'm like missing 1 or 2 cards. So for Summer Nights, I'm literally missing 1 Jonghyun card to be done for top 3, and then I just need to work on OT9 sets. But then, for example, Fancy, I have top 3 done, but I need 1 OT9 card still. So back into this anyway. So for my OT9 sets, I collected the glitter border cards. So I'm only missing Momo, Mina, and Dahyun. I'm usually missing Momo for my OT9 sets. I don't know why, I just can't get Momo cards. And this is the second OT9, which is the line border set. Then we move into Yes or Yes, and I think I'm just missing 2 Sana cards, and maybe 3 from my OT9 for this entire album. So here are my top 3 pages, and then this is my OT9 set. Now we get into Year of Yes. I have Sana and Jihyo complete for this, and I just need, I think 2 or 3, I think it's 3 Jonghyun cards. So I will work on this in 2022 so I can finally complete Year of Yes, because I really do love these cards. I especially love these 2. These are my favorites of like just the whole set. I love it so much. Finally, the last album in this first binder, we have Fancy, and like I said earlier, I have finished my top 3 for Fancy, so all of these pages are complete. and I just need this one Momo card to be done. So that is my first twice binder. We will move into the second binder, which is the last one of this entire ginormous video. So this is my second twice binder. It holds everything from Feel Special onwards, so I have a little space for maybe like a few more comebacks, 2 to 3 maybe. Feel Special is the only album in which I've done something different than what I did for all of the other albums. Basically, I finished my original collection for Feel Special, but this is one of my favorite eras of Twice ever, so I decided to collect more OT9 sets. So I only have 2 pages of top 3 here, and then I have 5 OT9 sets, I believe, which is kind of crazy. I'm technically collecting like half the cards for the entire album. You'll see. So this is my top 3 pages, and then my first OT9 set, which I completed. This was my first ever complete OT9 set, so it's very special to me. Then you can see which OT9 sets I've added since then. This one, really not going bad at all. And we have some where I've only added like 1 card. Again, 1 card. This was the second OT9 set I originally collected, so this one is complete. So that was Feel Special. Now we have More and More. This only had 9 cards, so there is no OT9 set, but I think I'm just missing 2 Jonghyun cards. So this is More and More. Moving into Eyes Wide Open, I did finish my Eyes Wide Open collection. I haven't added any more OT9 sets to it. This is one of my favorite pages in my entire Twice collection. I love the mixture of the primary colors. I love yellow, and I love these sets. Like, wow, I love this page so much. So that's my first page. This is my second page. And then that lovely pink Jihyo card, just throwing everything off center. And I collected the retro version selfies from my OT9 set. I am tempted to collect more, but I won't do that until I've made a little bit more progress with some other Twice albums. Then we move into Taste of Love, which I'm just missing 2 cards for, but I did finish my top 3. So what I did, because there was only 5 cards, was I collected 1 page of top 3 and then 2 OT9 sets. So I'm just missing Momo and Taehyun for this set, and then Taste of Love will be done because I finished this OT9, which I think is so beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful card sets they've ever done. I love it so much. I especially love this Nyan card. It's so cute, and it's so funny that you can see their little phone shadows. It's so funny. Now we move into the most recent era, Formula of Love, and in terms of trading, I have the last Sana card that I need on the way, so hopefully that'll be here when I come back from Christmas. And I sorted out a trade for the last Jihyo I needed yesterday to send after Christmas, so I just need Jonghyun cards now. Obviously the results file version came out on the 17th, and that adds another card to the what was perfect 9 cards for this era if you include the scratch cards and IDs. So what I'm doing is I have decided to collect an OT9 set. I'm collecting this version for my OT9 sets. I currently only have my top 3 either on hand or on the way, and I secured a Cheon card last night. So I haven't set up for it yet because I don't have anything for the OT9 set or the results file version on hand, but once I do get those things, then I will set up the extra page. I'll move this around to fit in the results file version because it's the same concept as these cards. And this is for the Break It and Explosion cards. Break It is done, just need to work on Explosion. I'm waiting on these 2. I just need 3 Jonghyun cards. And as of today, because my 2 scratch cards came in, I have a complete ID and scratch card page, which is really nice, so at least I have something like completely done in terms of the new comeback or the latest comeback, because Twice have already had a Japanese comeback since then. They never stop moving, do they? So this is my ID and scratch card page. Then we move into things such as units and like non-album. I don't specifically collect non-album for Twice, but I have a few non-album things for the girls, so I just keep them at the back. So this is my units page. I want to collect units for Story Begins. I completed page 2, and then I have this card of my top 3 from More and More, and then I have this group and unit card from Eyes Wide Open. On the back here I have the, I believe, With Drama holo card from Formula of Love. I got it as a gift in a trade, so I put it here because I didn't want to put it in the space of the Last Story Begins unit. Then we move into non-album. I still didn't put fillers in this from yesterday when I filmed. Here I have the Eyes Wide Open and Taste of Love monographs. I will get the Formula of Love one. I think I'm going to back collect the monographs once I finish a bit more of my album collection, or if I finish my album collection. And I have the World in a Day photo book card because it's just beautiful. And then these two cards here are from the 6th anniversary merchandise. So this is from the Polaroid decoration kit, and this is the collect book set. So I have Jihyo's, and I also have her postcards for that. I'm planning to get this trading cards too, so I'll have a little page dedicated to that because I love this concept so much. Like, look at this, I can't not. And the final page in my entire collection is dedicated to the photo books. So what I decided to do is get one version for Sana and Jonghyun as the other members of my top 3, and then I would get all of the cards for Jihyo. Both Sana and Jihyo had their photo books this year, so I have the black version for Sana, and then I have all of Jihyo's cards, the lemon and cobalt blue versions. I'm going to put a filler in here, and then I'm going to put Jonghyun's cards right here. But that is it for my entire collection. Where should I end this? I guess I'll end it here. So that is it for my end of year photo card collection video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long. I think my first clip was 35 minutes. I don't know how long this one was, and then I have another clip that I need to film at home, which will be like inserted before this, so I don't know how long this video is going to be. Probably pretty long. I just want to say thank you all for supporting me this year and for just having fun collecting and unboxing and talking about music with me. I really appreciate it. This is a hobby that I love with all of my heart. Not just the collecting, but making videos too. I've been technically making videos for like 8 years now, even though I've only been on this channel for like a year and 4 months. I really like being here, you know? I really like it here. Let's hope for a happier 2022. 2021 was quite a rough year, especially these last 6 months. They've been quite a hard year for me. It's been pretty hard, but this has been something that's kept me kind of in a routine and has brought me a little bit of serotonin whenever I need it. I think I'm actually uploading this around Christmas, so Merry Christmas. I enjoy the holidays. I hope you have a joyful New Year celebration and a Christmas celebration, of course, if you celebrate it. And I will see you next week. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!